Hello, my name is Paula Love Clark and I'm a makeup artist. I work in TV production, but I'm also an artist. I paint oil paintings of angels, as you can see behind. These are just 3 of my paintings. And I also create individual greeting cards of angels, which I will be doing a set of soon. And I'm also a published author of a book called The 7 Traits of a Highly Successful Single Parent, Paula Love Clark. And that's a mindset book. It's a book to help not just single parents, but anyone kind of stuck, lost, not really sure where they're going, want some help. It's a hand-holding book to kind of help you get from one stuck part of your life over to give you some tools to be able to create a more exciting, fulfilling life for yourself. So highly recommend it. Highly recommend it because I wrote it. But that's not why I recommend it. I recommend it because I will walk the walk, basically. I walk the walk and I talk the talk, and I did what my life coach said, write the book and help other people. So I did. I wrote the book and I'm helping other people. But I'm also a poet. I'm a published poet. And this is an ode to woman. It's an anthology of poems dedicated to the art of being a woman. And this book I wrote I got published in May, and in July I got to Amazon bestseller for women's poetry, and number 3 for anthologies, just behind Chaucer and Hans Christian Andersen. So, but I did beat Oscar Wilde. Yes. Go women. So today, what I would like to do, I would like to read you some of my poems, because this is Surrey Arts Alive and we're not going anywhere. And I have a bundle of books there. I had loads of book events, book signing events to do across the country and Scotland and Wales. But unfortunately, thanks to the rule of 6, we are in my house. So I'm going to read you some poems, and I really hope you enjoy them. So these are all from my book, which I will plug again, An Ode to Woman, an anthology of poems dedicated to the art of being a woman by Paula Love Clark, available on Amazon.com in the US or Amazon.co.uk in this country. Amazon also. You've got to try, eh? Right, so this is called, so the book let me tell you a little bit about the book. So I have 2 teenage girls and a son who's 9 and single parent. And so I'm there with them all the time, experiencing all their ups and all their downs. And, you know, I've had my own ups and downs, which is why I wrote the other book. So I'm one of these people who was always meant to be a writer. And I listen. I'm a listener. I'm a people watcher, and I listen, okay? And I've also got quite a strong mindset in that I can turn a negative something into a positive. It's a trick I had to learn to do, and it took me a very long time to do it. So I've experienced quite a lot. And so I've always written poetry, and I've always written this ode type poetry. My work is being described as Pam Ayres, Dr. Seuss, and Dylan Thomas. So I'm up there. No, I'm not. I feel like I'm in good company then. Let's just put it like that. If you like my poetry, great. I write for myself more than anything. And if I like it, then I hope other people do. So I'm going to read you 10 poems from this book. And they kind of go all the way from, my poems go all the way from being pregnant right through to end of life. So I'm going to choose a selection. First of all, I've got 5 from childhood. And this one is called Little Git. You dirty little muffin, you mucky little Joe. I saw you nick Nutella, first with fingers, then with toe. You scruffy little halfpenny, you naughty little git. I saw you not wipe your bum and cover plants in it. Oh, brazen little charmer, oh, waxing little champ. If I had my way, you'd be in jail for breaking my best lamp. My swinging, flinging monkey, my growling, mewling cat. I've got you now forever, so I'm guessing that is that. I know this time will pass, and one day you'll be grown up, but I would swap you for a dog right now, or the sweetest, cutest pup. I'm only really joking. You know I love you, Stu, but because you are a little git, half of this is true. This one, okay, so let me tell you about this first. 2 of my children have been bullied, and I was bullied as a child, and I was bullied working, and I was bullied in a situation that shouldn't have happened. So I feel very strongly about bullying, against bullying, and this came about because of what my children went through, particularly my youngest, when he used to ask, "How did your day at school go?" "Oh, it was okay. I sat on the lonely bench." So this is for all the parents and all the grandparents who've had to listen to that story. It's called the lonely bench. That dreaded bench in playground sits for those with no friends or warts or nits. All by itself a place of fear, sitting by oneself with no one near. Where warriors and poplar alike, or those with a fancy scooter or bike, would never go, as far too cool. The best of the bunch they are at school. Walking home I chat with mum. How was school? Was it fun? Sure, I say, with a fibbing stench. No heart to say, I'd stayed on the bench. And just to stick with the bullying, this one's called an Ode to the Bully Mark 1. You stop me in the playground, you step on my new shoes, you pull my tie to choking tight on my hair until I'm blue. I cannot tell the teacher, for you are teacher's pet, and I do not want to fight you, for my muscles aren't there yet. I do not tell my mother, for she will go all sad, and I know there will be anger if I tell my dad. Instead, I hide inside me. Instead, I shut right down, and where once I was so happy, sadness wears the crown. Kids have to go through so much, eh? This one's a bit lighter. It's called Slug Face. If you've got teenage daughters or tween-age daughters, you may understand this. Or granddaughters. I don't know how to tell you. I know you'll just freak out, but there's something rather weird that you should know about. Your face has grown an extra, a part that don't belong, and it's dark and big and bold and black and simply looking wrong. You say it's just the fashion that Kim K and all them do, that I need to get with program as I'm nowhere near cool. Now maybe I am old and way behind the times, but since when did slugs become eyebrows with flicks that look like slime? Okay, this one I know a lot of people have had to go through recently when their children have left to go to university. It's called Empty Nest. I watch you pack, displace your strings. I yearn to hold your childish things. The teddy from a baby you've clasped, left on bed, I hear my gasp. What? You say, and touch your teeth. I feel a rage that sits beneath the motherly love I wear on face. Really, this is such disgrace. How can you go after all this time, the times we've shared that were yours and mine, the puzzles and books and Play-Doh and beads, pushing on swings and planting of seeds, baking cookies and painting pictures, shopping sprees and parents' evenings teachers, crying together at soppy films, driving you to practice parties and things, and now you are leaving your mother's arms, leaving me with your plastic charms. I'm proud of you, I know you know. Like a mantra on repeat, I tell you so. Mature and focused goals to achieve, yet I really do not want you to leave. Stay with me and we'll figure it out. I'll be your taxi when you shout. I'll make you tea and iron your shirts, listen to your stories and soothe when it hurts. We'll go shopping, have coffees and lunches out, gossip and giggle, and I'll never shout. Don't go, please stay, I scream inside. I want you always by my side. I'm ready, Mum, we've got to go, you say to me in words tender, slow. I know, I know, I know. I always want to cry on that one because I've experienced it. Right, now we're going to go to page 48. We're going to change it slightly. We're going into adulthood. Woohoo! The sound of your nostrils. Your snoring keeps me up at night, not ghosts or ghouls or terror frights, not money woes or stressful cares, just your bellowing sounds of nostrils flared. It wakes the cat, disturbs the dog, who without you home sleep like logs. The kids are awoken with moans of, "Dad, when did your snoring get so bad?" Would I have stayed early on in when two lusty people made different sin? When we slept so sound and spooned together, awoken only by Britain's stormy weather? What was the thing that happened to you that makes me so wrecked and feeling so blue? The bags that now hang beneath eyes that once shone, dark, wretched circles, proof of your song. The one that keeps me up at night where I leave the room, and that's not right. I lay with the dog and the cat snuggles in as we await for dawn rise, bemoaning your din. This one is for anyone who finds themselves alone. It's okay to be alone. You need a fella, you want a bloke. Without one, you say your life is a joke. Do not be fooled or tell yourself lies. It's true, I know. I hear you cry. Why? It's okay to be alone with just a book and a mobile phone. Call your friends, text some stuff. You on your own is quite enough. You get to choose what to do with your life. It's fine not to be some one-day guy's wife. It's okay to be alone in a coffee shop with a mobile phone. Be your own mate. Go out on a date. You get to choose. You get to say how to live and spend your day. It's okay to be alone. Just you, a book, and a mobile phone. Oh, now this is for my friends who are going through this. It's called Menopausal Me. I'm perimenopausal, so I'm not quite there yet, but I do feel sorry for anyone going through it. I've gone a little crazy. I cannot tell you why. I'm up all night, all sweaty, and periods went all by. I'm feeling rather moody, as if you couldn't tell. Moody, such a soft, sweet word for emotions come from hell. I'm feeling hot and flushy and my face tomato red. And if you pause to mention it, I'll hit you round the head. I'm feeling rather dry in places down below, but I'm still up for relations, in case you need to know. I'm feeling kind of sad for the womb that has now gone, embracing new beginnings and accepting this new song. I'm learning to adapt and welcome in this tide of brand new crazy me, but yet I want to hide. To go back to being young when my body was so fresh, not this aching, sweaty, flushy me, a madly menopausal mess. Guys won't get it, but they may have been on the end of it. Okay, so this one is it's actually one of my favorite poems. And I wrote this poem after I met somebody. It was just somebody chatting to this guy. I quite fancied him in Marks and Spencer. And, one of those, it's never going to go anywhere, but it's a fleeting moment of mutual connection. And we were just paying for something in Marks and Spencer at the till. And we just had a little chat. It's called Second Chances. When I wasn't looking, when sights were oft not seen, when I resigned to oneness, you came and you found me. You sidled up beside me, and oh, it felt so right to meet you at the counter with my tea bags, ham and tights. Hello, you said and smiled, and your mouth split ear from ear. I didn't want to hide, so instead I drew quite near. I saw you in the cafe, but I don't think you saw me. I like their cakes and homemade scones, and they make good strong coffee. Yes, I think I muttered, and my heart it beat a drum, and my hands they got all sweaty as I tried to suck in my tum. I've seen you round, I offered, and my eyes they looked on his. But then I looked into his basket, £10 meal for two, plus fizz. Oh, I sighed and wilted. This guy is not for me. I like him, oh I do, but that's not dinner set for three. He saw my eyes a linger on his salmon and crouton beans, and then he looked into my own, lonely meal for one it seemed. No plans tonight, he offered, and I saddened at the mock. Oh, I wished how that opportunity would stop at just the knock. A quiet night tonight, I said, my face in flush I knew, and he placed his lips beside my ear and whispered, yes, me too. This is for my neighbours, the elderly, you see. She is 82 and he is 83. They celebrate their love of over 60 years, and when I said I'd treat them this, they both let out some tears. She has got the cancer, and his legs don't work no more. It's the least that I could do for them, as I only live next door. Oh, I said, how lovely, and I meant it with delight. Suddenly his latter words made my beating heart alight. I know this is so forward, and I know it's quite a cheek, but I wonder if you'll share with me a supper one day next week. He said this with a charming grin, and I found it did declare, I'm free tonight, if you like, and that was yesteryear. And our years have grown so fast, and our hearts together fond, to think we met in aisle number 3, instead of the fishy dating pond. There's hope out there, ladies, and for me too. Right, the last one I'm going to read, if you're still with me, is called Mummy Rolls and Flabby Stuff, and it's on page 93. Muffin tops and doughy thighs, saggy breasts and nothing high. South they went and didn't look back, and I'm not okay with that. Greying hair and wrinkly lines, age and spots are just not fine. Chicken neck and thinning lips, widening girth along with hips. Flopping ears and lengthening nose and funny hairs, what's with all those? Hairs on chin and some in ears, frankly they have to go, my dear. Chunky knees with wrinkles smiling, cracksome face that require tiling, aching back and corn-hard toes, not looking right in most of my clothes. But heck, I've lived and had a ball, stuffed the yellow in teeth and all, the wine I drank in those wild girl times, the G&T, champagne and wine. Days at Ascot, Henley too, and I did them all with them, or you. Trips abroad in aging sun, oh, but wasn't it all so much fun? No longer young, I'll give you that, no longer kitten, more like fat cat. But I lived a life and lived it well, and I wear the marks, can't you tell? So thank you very much for listening. An ode to woman. I do have about 80 copies, which I can sign if anyone would like a signed copy of either book. I've got about 30 of these, and I think I've got about 60 of these. So I bought them to do book signings. And hey, doesn't matter because I've got them. So if anyone would like a signed copy, you can get hold of me on Facebook for Paula Love Clark Creative, or you can email me on Paula L. Clark without the E at googlemail.com, and I'm happy to get you a signed copy. Or please go to amazon.co.uk, look up Paula Love Clark, An Ode to Woman, or the 7 Traits of a Highly Successful Single Parent. And if anyone is interested in any angel oil paintings, I do commissions, and I'm really happy to work with you, create a painting or a project. I'm multitasking, and I do angel cards. So I'm printing up some angel cards, and they're going to have little words of encouragement inside. So if you've got anyone you'd like to send an angel card to for Christmas, or just to encourage them, I will be doing inspirational words, just 2 or 3 line poetry, or a quote from Rumi, or something beautiful that you can share with someone. So it will be a personalized card just for them. That's it. Thank you so much. Thank you to Surrey Art Alive. Thank you to everyone who is still with me after 20 minutes. I'm very grateful. This is Paula Love Clark, and it's been a real pleasure. And I hope you enjoy the rest of Surrey Art Alive. Thank you for listening.